the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Badgers will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will start this game off. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they're not on the same page there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Rolls it in. They lift off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Back open in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has
got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's a heat. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. It's Selvia. Looking down the middle. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hauls it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive.
He's into the open down the middle. The 30. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vandy. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The give to the tailback. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive. Breaks into the open.
that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Nice move to pick up yardage. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Commodores just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense putting points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off play action. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. They just keep firing. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle of the field.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Commodores, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football. He was able to complete the throw.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw at Selvia. They're working that left side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good...
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flowers. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On third down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got it and still on his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Oh, man, those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And now the ball is knocked free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The give to the back. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Badgers getting set on first and 10.
Here we go.
Quick handoff. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. To throw, it's Selvia. Grabbed over the middle, it's Flowers. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
And the Commodores come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Fires to the right. They were trying to work the outside there. He played it perfectly, almost got the pick. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now they'll run the draw. Past the sticks and still on his feet. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Commodores will boot it away to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Got the first down and more. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Grab near the sticks. It's Myers. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the counter. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
That's a big key for this offense now.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badgers!
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Gage. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He's got it. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Meyer. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. They're going to run it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Running to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the RPO, complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running into the open space. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country.
He lost one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the 1st half of this game. So here they are now early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back.
Oh, he's got some space. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Selvia. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Commodores, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to scramble. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Duggan. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. To the air, it's Wilkins. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Firing to the right, complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Commodores with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And the Commodores are on the move. Give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go right back to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
There he goes! Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Duggan. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. New set of downs after the completion. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. That's caught. It's Duggan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Badgers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just Balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
On the double.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm